You're welcome back to the chat right here on Channel One TV with me, Kumsi. Confirm on all social media platforms at PK_Kumsi spelled with a double N. You just gone by, we just saw the Ghana Dance Awards. I am super excited about that because we've been having so many award schemes in Ghana. We've had movies, we have had music, we've had DJ, everything. Now we're celebrating dancers as well, and it's very beautiful to see something like this. So the Ghana Dance Industry Awards is what you just saw. And I have one gentleman in studio with me who at some point in time in the year, his hair color will change. And you should know the reason why. But right now, his hair color is back to the regular or the normal black that we all know. But don't be shocked if you see his hair black because, hey, it's not that time of the year yet. I'm talking about Robert Clark. How you doing, Robert?
I'm good, Chief. How are you?
I'm doing very, very, very fine. But also, when should we expect the red hair?
Oh, soon. I mean, usually I do it when we are launching the nominees announcement day for the Telecel Ghana Music Awards. You know, yeah. So I align with the red color, and then eventually, you know, it lasts for the period. And then after that, we come back to normal color.
Nice. But yeah, how's your December? How's your festive season? I mean, December into New Year. How was it?
Yeah, December was dirty.
It was very dirty for you.
Yeah, it's dirty December, so I had to.
You had to dirty yourself.
I had to keep it dirty.
Wow.
Yeah.
So many exciting spots for you. I guess.
There were enough action points. I think what we have, what I'm saying we, as in Ghana, has been able to do over the years is the fact that we have a lot of activities during December. And it's been so good that it's served not just Ghanaians, it's served foreigners. And it's become one of the prominent months for people outside of the country. Diaspora Africa is interested, and so obviously we are doing something good. And that's one of the key things that you always want to be able to give shout outs to the previous government for building up upon. And so essentially, yes, December, they've well branded and it's good.
Nice. But before we get into our you are one of like the key players when it comes to like our entertainment space. And I really want to pick your thoughts on this. What do you make of, how overwhelming December gets? Because doesn't it get too choked and too packed?
What is too choked? What is too packed?
Okay,
and
too
for
choked and too packed.
Really?
For like the audience. I'm saying this because now we have back-to-back events. Sometimes you have like 3 major events happening on the same day. You have like all of this, and then it's mostly in the final 2 weeks of December.
Check the population size of Greater Accra. It's about almost 6 million, I think, or about 6 million.
It's a little about 5 million, yeah.
Exactly. So 5 million plus. Yeah. So let me put it that way. And we don't have any of these shows being able to contain even 500,000 people. Do you understand what I'm saying? So any of the venues you go, 5,000, 6,000, 10,000. Stoneboy show last 2 years, the capacity of the stadium is actually 40K.
Yeah.
So still, you don't have, when they had a Black Star...
Black Star Line?
I think the concert.
Yeah,
the one with Vic Mensa and co. That was like 50,000 or 52,000 people. That's size still, you know. So there is enough that basically can go round. You understand what I'm saying? And people shouldn't think of it as too much. No, because it's business for those who are in that particular space. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, most of these folks don't have anything doing, or they don't have much doing. So their businesses become active from some events, sometimes Thursday, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's when they get to be active in their space. So anything that can engineer some form of economic activity within the space for which people are willing to pay and be a part of and indulge, and it's not against the law, I think we should encourage it to thrive. So really, you have your sport for choice because there are options. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's too much.
It's too much.
Yeah, I mean, if people that were not attending these programs, then you probably say, oh, they are suffering from some form of fatigue or whatever. But for as long as you have foreigners who are coming here purposely to have fun, I mean, we should allow people to basically explore and then feel the death in the dirty December.
Hey, Dirty December, man. I watch it, I'm like, hey, people are having fun.
They should.
And it also spikes the economic situation in Accra, especially because then you go and they tell you, no, entry is now this price and it's this. And I'm just like,
some inflation. Yeah. But the good thing is that you have a lot of foreign currency coming in, which at the end of the day affects our forex status and stuff like that. So there's always a positive to it.
There's always a positive to it. So that's really good to hear. And I really love that you've been able to, share your 2 cents on it, because it's been a running conversation for some time. I'm sure you've heard it somewhere also, like, hey, like it's too much, it's overwhelming and all of that. So I really
all the programs are like those, because you see the programs are targeted at different folks. Yeah, and you can't say it's too much. Why is it because you want to go to all of them? No, you can't.
Probably the person that's complaining wants to be at everyone.
You can't be at each one of the programs.
Anyway, but let's talk about the Ghana Dance Industry Awards. I am excited to see something like this because we've had so many events or award ceremonies happening all over the place, right? Targeting different aspects of the entertainment space. Dance is now very prominent and has always been, but now it's more like at the forefront, or has a seat at the table, at the entertainment table when we talk about it now. Tell me about the generation for this, or the genesis of this. How did you arrive at such an idea?
Well, it's been an idea for long. It's been an idea for long. I think around the time that we started the Ghana Dance Festival, it was even one of the ideas on the table. So, and the Ghana Dance Festival started, 10 years ago? So you can imagine that prior to that, because we're thinking about it, But then again, you had to think of how to start, like the project. So we focused on the festival, and then at some point we wanted to kickstart the awards. And what happened was we also discovered that a few of our friends in other countries had done that, and immediately like, oh, let's learn from them. Let's see exactly what they were doing and how they've done theirs, and see the lessons we can pick. Only to discover that there were quite some challenges with the space. And so we need to structurally get some things done within the industry first. And so, worked around its challenges with finance and everything, funding. But in the year 2021, we started off with the award. What you're seeing in terms of the snippets, that is 7 as a promotional material we're using, was done in 2021. And it was during the time the COVID was, subsiding, I think, just around that time. In fact, the funny thing is, the day we finished the awards, the following day, the president asked for, the ban on movement and all of that was imposed again. Oh. That second time kind of thing.
The second window.
The second, so we just had to make it happen because it had been on the table for long, and then we just thought we should find a way to express it. And it was going to happen in 2019, and it didn't happen in 2020. We were ready to make it happen, and COVID came. But we're like, nah, we had to make it happen in 2021. So it was just all of that and back and forth. But after the days, after the years, we're like, nah, we have to still come back, and whatever it takes, we have to just make sure that it stands.
All right.
And so that's exactly what we are about right now. Because the dancers are doing amazingly well, and they need to be celebrated, and the industry needs to be projected in the right light. And we're bringing the experience from everything we are doing and all the other forms of award schemes that we are participated in, international experiences and exposure that we've had. We're just trying to infuse all of them in here to see how we can use that to be able to elevate the conversation when it comes to the dance industry.
All right. Now, what will be your assessment of the dance industry in Ghana? I mean, looking at it holistically, because when it comes to like dance, most people, what they know is either traditional dance or the current Afro kind of dance. But then can you give us a general overview of how big is the dance industry in Ghana? Well,
so the traditional dances are a lot, and I think that for everybody who comes from any form of tribe or any form of tribe, you clearly know that there are different kinds of dances within that particular space. And then we also have the pop culture that we are all connected to. So street dance is one of the broad terms used for that particular space, and that brings to the fore the hip-hop dances, the crump, the Afro, the break dancing, all of those elements are within that particular space. Then the lyrical dance whatsoever. We have the contemporary dance, the ballet, the theater elements, theater productions. We also have the Afro-Latin, made up of the salsa, kizomba, bachata, merengue. We have the ballroom dance types. I think their classifications are about 9. There's a tango, like all of those elements exist. And there are other forms of traditional dances or folk dance from different countries, because again, yes, so when it comes to international dances of different types, these are all their oriental or the traditional dances associated with them. So yes, more of these dance types exist, and internationally, when you go into the space, you would discover that there are quite a lot more. And so yeah, so while this is huge, we still have to focus on what is prominent within our space, or what is more popular within our space, and how to be able to project these elements, because then that is what we keep seeing, and that is what we experience. Wow.
So for anybody that's watching us right now, what they see every single time, let's say on TikTok and on Instagram or YouTube, when it comes to this dance academies doing the, let's say, the Afro with the Zomezo and all of that, is just a tip of the iceberg when it comes to like the entire dance industry.
Yes, it's a tip of the iceberg because it's what is popular. However, so whatever is popular is what is going to be in the forefront usually. Sure. You know, it's just like somebody coming here and say what songs are popular. They'll mention High Life, and then they'll mention what Afro beats, and then maybe they'll mention rap, and then they'll mention dancehall, hip life. Okay, so. And then they mention gospel, but that doesn't mean these are the only songs available in this country, because when you go in traditionally, you would also discover that there are many more songs. But you see, in the traditional sense, the songs don't even lead. What leads our traditional music is not the song. Usually, the dance is what leads. So for example, when you say kete, the first thing that comes to mind is what? The dance. The dance. But kete is a dance that is danced to a particular rhythm. And so it's the rhythm that is what? The music. And so there's kete music and there's kete dance. There's Adowa music and there's Adowa dance. There's Agbaja music and there's Agbaja dance. Right? But traditionally, the dance leads in the naming of the music. So.
All right. Now, when we talk about like the Ghana Dance Industry Awards, can you tell us some of the categories that we are looking at when it comes to the Ghana Dance Industry Awards? Because I'm sure somebody is sitting there and be like, hey, the Ghana Dance Industry Awards are crying bit to me.
Okay, so so here's the issue with that particular, not really issue, but there are several categories, and we want to be able to build from ground up. When we started, we had built over 30 categories.
30 categories?
Over 30, and then there were still more.
Wow.
Because if you take street dance and you go into Crump, you want to say, okay, so who's the Crump artist of the year? Who is the B-boy for street dance? Like, who is the B-boy, or who is the break dancer of the year? Who is the Afro dancer of the year? Who is this? That, there are so many we had created. And after getting into the space, we also realized that for an industry, people have contributed their quota to the development and growth of the industry. And so instead of you just jumping into who is this of the year, who is that of the year, start off with the honorees.
Okay.
Honor people who have contributed to the space.
To some particular.
Exactly. So, and those who have done extremely well, there's absolutely no argument whatsoever because their CV is there. So you get into the space, you understand who is doing what, you bring them to the fore, you celebrate them. If there are people contributing even presently, you bring them to the fore, you celebrate them, so that you have a blend of the past and then the present, but you're honoring them. While at it, then we lay the foundation to make it easier for people to be able to submit entries for the categories in the subsequent years. So maybe you are talking about next year, next 2 years, but we believe that within the space of within a space of 3 years, we should have finished with the foundation of honoring those who have contributed their quota to making the dance industry what it is. And for those who have really done that, sometimes they feel like, Charlie, what are you coming to vote to determine whether I've done well? We all know my work.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? We know the works, and it's there and it's evident. So basically, these guys need to be acknowledged and celebrated for what they have done. So we are coming off from that particular angle. There is a heavy inclination to have few categories, just a few for the general public, and so those ones we'll try and sort it out by this coming week, and then we'll just put them out. But just to be able to engage the people's choice voice or the people's voice in that particular category, and those are within the space of like dance challenge, because obviously when you do a dance challenge it's for the people, and so you want to be able to get vibe and that kind of stuff. You want to be able to. So there are a few in that particular space we're just trying to fine tune, and so hopefully we should be able to do that and put it out there this week. But primarily it is to honor the excellence that we've enjoyed, that is responsible for what the dance industry is today. The edition we did initially, people like the minister designate Honorable Jifabla Gubashi. She was honored. Ajete Sowa, World Dance Champion 1986, was honored.
Wow.
Akosia Japan, obviously, for her contribution in the space. He saw that as well. Yeah. She was honored. We have heroes for what they did. What they have done over the years. We have Forbearance for what they've done over the years. We have DWP Academy for a phenomenal academy with great impact. And team and stuff like that. Space, Incredible Ziggy. We had Lumabota Doku for Afro Latin. He's been so consistent within the space. So everybody's got a story, and so these are the stories we want to be able to project for, and it goes on and on and on throughout. I think even the National Dance Company, all of these folks, because of the contributions that they have done, these guys were really honored for what they had done, and that is a path that primarily we want to be able to go to be able to celebrate. So subsequent years, you now see us opening up to be able to accommodate all the the energy that is coming from the trends and stuff like that. And those are the things we are looking at following.
Good. Now, for this year, what should we, look forward to on the 1st of February? Because I am looking forward to be at that event. Now, if I'm coming, what should I expect? Am I going to see dance performances on stage?
Yes. So the program gates open at 7 o'clock. So hopefully by 7:30 we should start with our red carpet experience. So the dancers are going to shoto. Bring their
they are going to what?
Shoto. They are going to bring their swag, on, have a red carpet experience, and from there we are going to get into the main hall and focus on starting the program. The program is going to have so we have red carpet, then we are going to have the award presentations, and then we are going to have performances. So performances, we have well curated performances, basically touching on different aspects of dance. We will be bringing out the lists soon. I think we have 2 more people just to confirm, but you will experience not less than 15 performances.
Whoa.
Yeah, not less than 15, probably even more. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and all of these guys are ready. We want to showcase the different faces of dance all on one stage, and we're happy that we get to showcase this to Ghana. So it's going to be an amazing experience, and if you're out there and you haven't been to a purely curated dance event, this is the time for you to come, because it's not just going to be, it's going to be a blend of dancers from different spaces, so academia, professional world, and when you come to the professional world, we are talking about from the Afro Latin to street dance to break dance, whatever, all of them elements in there, and we are going to have fun. And we are going to be sitting with the people who make the music, and we are going to be sitting with the people who perform the music, who also make it easy for us to be able to jump to the music.
It's just beautiful to see. And do you have anything maybe in subsequent years to, let's say, recognize or appreciate mainstream musicians who are also dancers?
So if you're a mainstream musician who is a dancer, then there has to be a formula that basically supports that. But I don't think we have a lot of them. But one of the areas on the table is the fact that we have to bring in who's making the music, the best music that we are able to dance to. Yes.
Ooh, that would be.
Yeah, So that's another thing too also, because you see, the thing is this, dancers need the product of musicians to be able to work with, just as musicians need the product of the producers.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Sometimes I listen to the voices of some musicians and I'm like, hey, you without the instrumentation and rhythm behind you, you are nobody.
Because
not in the goal.
I feel you.
So you realize that it begins with the producers who give us the music, the sound, and whatever, and then you have the vocal performers on it, which is the artist.
Yeah.
And then, but when you put them together, the dancers also are able to work with these elements and then use it to create their piece. So that is why when the Azonto vibe music was not coming forth, the dancers couldn't continue in their creativity in that space because the sound is what informs.
The supply was
yes,
cut.
Exactly, because they changed the sound, and so we had to change. You understand? So that's how the system works, really. Yeah.
Wow. All right. I'm looking forward to seeing some. There's one particular one I want you guys to appreciate. I'm looking forward to him, Mr. Drew. Oh my God! Anytime I see Mr. Drew on stage,
he has an incredible story. Incredible story from the Gentleman Dance Crew. As a matter of fact, anybody who knows the Gentleman Dance Crew from their days, they know the Gentleman Dance Crew has been responsible for some of the most phenomenal folks you can think about. First of all, we have Becker, who I think is not too active in dance anymore, but I think he wants to get into music right now. But so that's Becker, and then Mr. Drew, and then that group had Mr. Showtime, who is in the US right now, one of the most phenomenal dancers in that particular space. The group also at some point had Incredible Ziggy. And then Incredible Ziggy, we all know where he's at right now. The group at some point had Lloyd, who is Dance God Lloyd. So
it's fine.
So
it's okay.
That group called the Gentleman Dance Crew, I mean, in terms of the number, the kind of people they've had over the period, they've been able to churn out some of the best folks we have in the space right now. And so, if going back into their history, they have really done some contribution to the space.
Wow. I mean, good you're giving us this history lessons. Most people wouldn't know all of this. That, okay, he danced and everything, but then, because I know back in university he was dancing a lot before he transitioned into music. But I also like that. We're not talking about Mr. Drew, by the way, but hey, once you're doing something good, we have to throw the spotlight on you. And I like the fact that he now blends dancing with music.
He can't do anything else apart from that. Blend. When the music comes, you think of it. Dance is what makes the music visible. Like you're thinking of how to interpret it. So essentially, that's exactly what you're going to do.
Man, I really love that guy, man. I really love that guy. Now, how can people get to be part of this? I mean, somebody who's sitting at home right now, 1st of February. When is it happening? Where is it happening?
1st of February.
Okay.
It's on a Saturday, so I like to say Saturday, 1st February.
Okay.
And it's happening at the National Theatre.
Okay.
The way I wish our minister will be appointed before the time.
It looks likely. It looks pretty likely. So Saturday, even if she's designated, she should be there.
Oh, Charlie, she was the one who, she was the guest of honor who literally declared the Ghana Dance Festival launch when we started it. Yeah, like in 2015.
Wow.
So she's been iconic in the space. Anyways, So Saturday, 1st of February.
Yeah.
And tickets are going for 100 cities and 200 cities. So 100 cities for standard and 200 cities for VIP.
Yeah.
And currently available on the e-ticket platform. So it's star 714 star 11 star 26 hash.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I like that, Good. Let's say it again.
Star
714 star 11 star 26 hash. Yes. Excellent. And it's part of the promo, so anytime it plays, I'm sure you clearly see
you can always grab it. So I mean, make sure you get it and I'll get to be there. How should I dress? Should I?
Oh, it's an award show.
Okay.
So look dapper.
Yeah.
Come with your swag.
Can I look demure?
Drip. That's fine.
All right. Thank you very much, Robert Clark. I mean, the convener when it comes to the Ghana Dance Festival and then also the Ghana Dance Industry Awards. I want to say salute to you for actually throwing the spotlight on the dancers in the industry, because I mean it got to a point where they were relegated to the background because everybody thought dancing they are all the choir day. But now they have a prominent seat at the table when you're talking about entertainment in this country, and we cannot ignore them at all. So thank you very much.
And I think that the kudos goes to the dancers, the individual dancers. I think they've done extremely well.
Fantastic.
You know, today I was with Afronita's mom. We're just discussing her achievements as, you know, she's in the final year. Incredible achievements so far. I mean, you know, in the past, the story was different. You know, usually you find people who are not, who haven't gone to school and, you know.
Or Joel, in God, they say Joel Kobolani.
But that narrative has been changed, and it's beautiful. And these are like, you know, role models in our space now, and they get to encourage and inspire the younger ones that, you know, you still have to take on school with your one side. And so, yeah, we love what they are doing.
Thank you very much, Robert. I mean, I really appreciate you for that. And I'm looking forward to seeing how incredible that night is going to be, because I know with you in there, it's going to be a wonderful night. So make sure you get your tickets now. *714, *11, *26 #. Get your tickets now. 1st of February, Saturday. It's going to be a fantastic night as well. It's starting at 7. I'll be having a show on that Saturday, but hey, don't worry. I'll be there. Probably I'll be on stage. Actually break some move or bust a move. You might never know.